The most dangerous problems inside an agency are rarely the obvious ones. They're the quiet ones. Missed calls get noticed, bad ads get paused, and happy clients speak up. But there's one problem that almost never announces itself. It doesn't trigger alerts. It doesn't show up clearly in reports. And yet, it quietly drains revenue month after month. That problem is silent follow-up failure. When agencies think about lost deals, they usually imagine rejection. A prospect says no, a deal falls apart, a competitor wins. But in reality, most deals aren't lost that way. They're lost through silence. The conversation just stops, and silence is easy to ignore. Here's why this leak is so hard to see. From the inside, everything looks active. Leads are coming in. Messages are being sent. Calls are happening. The team is busy. So leadership assumes the system is working. But activity doesn't equal continuity. What actually happens is this. A lead shows interest. There's an initial response. Then the conversation pauses. Maybe the prospect doesn't reply right away. Maybe someone gets pulled into another task. No one marks the lead as lost. No one closes the loop. The opportunity just fades out of view. That lost deal never shows up as a failure. It simply disappears. Multiply that by weeks and months, and you end up with a revenue gap that's impossible to explain. Forecasts feel unreliable. Growth feels inconsistent. And leadership keeps asking why results don't match the level of effort being put in. Picture an agency reviewing their numbers. Traffic looks healthy. Conversion rates look acceptable. Client delivery is solid. But revenue growth feels stuck. The missing piece isn't more demand. It's the conversations that quietly ended without resolution. This is where many agencies get misled. They look for the leak at the front of the funnel or the bottom of the pipeline. In reality, it sits in the middle, between interest and decision, between first contact and follow-up. The reason this leak persists is simple. Follow-up is invisible when it's manual. If a conversation lives in someone's inbox or memory, there's no signal when it stops moving. No one sees the drop-off. No one owns the next step. A centralized follow-up structure changes that completely. Silence becomes visible. Stalled conversations stand out. Every lead has a clear status, not just an open thread somewhere. Nothing disappears without being intentionally closed. This is why agencies that fix follow-up often feel like they found new revenue without changing their marketing. They didn't find new leads. They stopped losing existing ones. When silence is replaced with structure, pipelines make sense again. Leadership gains clarity. Teams stop guessing. And revenue stops leaking quietly in the background. If you want to see how agencies make these silent leaks visible and controllable through a centralized follow-up system, there's a free trial link below where you can explore that structure yourself and decide if it fits how you want to run your agency.